Yes, it's a house. It's my house. She is illegally in here. You're delusional. You cannot do anything because the police said they would investigate it within 8 weeks so they will come back to us. So as far as that, you have to leave.
I don't think I've ever encountered anything in my life that was as frustrating and unempowering as this situation was.
You're my property and you're in my house.
This is not your property.
I mean, literally, I had someone that stole my home.
I own the house. I have every right.
You own the house, but what did we go through yesterday?
I had absolutely no rights. I recently retired, and after I retired, I thought, I want to build my experience in being a small landlord. So I bought 2 properties right here in my own neighborhood of historic Springfield. One of my tenants left one of the homes after their lease expired, and turns out that I actually didn't really enjoy the whole landlord experience, and I thought, I think I'll sell this house. And so it was up for sale, and my business partner and I had received an offer. It was in pristine condition, house on a beautiful little street on West 18th. As we were readying that house to go through the final sales transaction, I received a call from a handyman who had gone over there to do some last-minute work for me. And he told me that the front porch, which was a glassed-in enclosure, had a mother pit bull and a lot of her babies, freshly born, right there, and that he was not able to enter the house. Obviously, this was hugely surprising to me, so I drove my car quickly over there that morning and then discovered that we had 2 young women and their 2 children who had moved into the house.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care because I dare you. Bye. 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 Okay, goodbye. See y'all tomorrow. Goodbye.
They presented a lease and said that they were legitimate renters. Well, obviously, I was completely confused over that because I, as the homeowner, had not leased that property. We were, in fact, readying it for the sale. So we called JSO. They promptly came over, took both of our statements, and did some extensive work on the computer.
That wasn't how it was.
I'm not going to debate you. Okay. You go ahead and get ready for work.
You can come back later. Matter of fact, I'll call other people here as well because I don't like how this is going.
I certainly thought, why does this not fall under simple breaking and entering? They broke the lock and removed the entire door handle, replaced it with one of their own.
And you see that he sawed off the front door handle.
Oh yeah, and she said that that's not even the same door handle that was on there.
Must have sawed off the lockbox and the front
It's
door
hard to
handle.
even get in and out that front door. I have to use the key to get in and out that front door, being that it's not a regular lock. And
they also broke a window. Why is that not breaking and entering and trespassing? At that point, the officer motioned me over and told me that I was more than likely being scammed by a squatter, that this young woman that was there and her partner had just been indicated in a squatting event just around the corner. And in fact, they had been evicted from that house only the day or 2 before. And that this was a serial squatting issue. Well, I was highly confused because, of course, this is not a legitimate tenant, but the laws in the state of Florida at that time, 2023, were that there was no way to differentiate an illegal squatter from a legitimate tenant, both of whom, if you're evicting a tenant, you're trying to get them out. But in this case, she was not a tenant, but she was still being treated in the law as a tenant. I had to hire an attorney for about $5,000, lost a lot of sleep over this distressing situation, lost my sale, ended up having really, really unpleasant interactions with the squatter that led to some physical violence, with her assaulting me.
You just assaulted me? She didn't assault me. I didn't assault you. You know what I'm saying? Right, you trying to be like, you trying to be, I'm not going to worry about her.
Eventually, they did about $38,000 of retaliatory damage on the house as I was seeking to expose what they were doing for greater awareness and to seek to evict them using the laws of the civil court. This case began to get a lot of publicity, so it helped expose the fact that it's ridiculous that this very clear violation of stealing my house and living in it was something that could only be adjudicated by the civil court. Through that, we got the attention of a senator and a representative in Tallahassee who both decided that they needed to change the law in order to address this situation, which is what HB 621 did and what Ron DeSantis signed into law. I hope that JSO sinks their teeth into this wholeheartedly and immediately evicts and removes squatters with the full power of this law. And most importantly, I hope that every single citizen in Jacksonville, whether or not they own a second home as a rental property, this could happen to you in your own home. And that every one of you watching this video understands what your rights are. Because this is, while it's not an epidemic in Jacksonville or across the nation, it is common. And you need to be prepared to use the weight of the law for your own safety.